character waking up and doing something odd is oftentimes a really played out way to start a story. A lot of the times the daily routine is how things begin, but what they're trying to do is actually pretty admirable. Now, I think a character's everyday life is actually probably one of the more interesting parts about it. I just finished watching Wonder Man, and seeing the perspective of an everyday just Joe living in the Marvel Universe was exciting to me. I got to see how legality responds and how corporations respond and how everybody deals with it. I mean, it's the same idea here. I've been asking for a show similar to Wonder Man for as long as I can remember, because always what I've been fascinated most about superheroes is the everyday life. I mean, all of us experience mundanity to some degree, so obviously, that has to extend to superheroes as well. I think it mostly comes down to what's been explored. I mean, a lot of characters fought a villain and come out on top or died, but what is the tragedy of that loss? This is something that James Gunn's Superman absolutely nails. I mean, just within a few minutes, I felt more pain from a character's death who was around for maybe 15 seconds than I did for an entire building falling down. When the falafel guy was killed with Luthor, the reason why it hit so hard is because he was just an everyday man. We saw him run his stand giving out free falafel to Superman, and so watching him die, it felt like I was watching another person die. It's something that a lot of superhero movies at least, don't really capture properly, because the focus is not on the average person dying, it's just the focus is that the bad guy is powerful. And that actually adds to Superman's, heroism. The fact that he's not saving, a faceless number of people, he's actively saving people. When you ground in and you focus into even one character, it adds to the stakes. It feels like human life is at risk here. It feels like there is something important happening when Superman does his job. But also, in the same vein, it also makes it so Superman's bizarre abilities, like being able to fly and being able to shoot lasers out of his eyes, it adds an extra layer to how odd it is and the level of responsibility that he has in order to use that absurdity to his advantage. Oh, shit. Shit. Who the hell are you? It's the same thing with horror. You're introduced by mundane routine at the beginning, so there's higher stakes. You're watching as a normal person's getting hunted down. And that makes it so much more terrifying. You could be that normal guy right there. That could be you. Ew! Oh, I got all over everything. It's like my hands. The earliest horror movies knew this too. That's why in Psycho, the most famous scene is like, it's, she's in the shower and the knife is like, it's because of mundanity. It's to get you to relate to the characters, to make it seem like it, that's why. It could be you. It could be you. Oh, so gross. So gross. This was inside a person. A person spilled this on me. That's gross. That's nasty. Anyways. Oh, I didn't turn the stove on. God, could have been a disaster. Can you imagine? That could have seriously hurt somebody. But, point is, it works on the flip side too. Now, yes, it's scarier when the protagonist you're following is mundane. They're an everyman, they're you, they could be you, right? But it's almost as scary if the killer is also mundane. Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men, he was disgusted by the blood of the man he just killed. He killed a guy, and yet instead of, feeling the basically any emotion towards the fact that the guy just died. What he was a lot more concerned about was the fact that the blood was starting to drip onto his shoes. It's a really, really good character moment. It really signifies, or it really illustrates the whole priority list of that character and the lack of empathy that they have for human beings. But it's not just the fact that they don't have any empathy for people that you see as humans. It's also the fact that they care about things. It's the fact that they themselves are also human. They have normal cares and wants and desires and icks. They see that blood is coming towards their shoes and they care about that. Yes, they care more than an average person, especially in contrast to someone dying. But they care about something in the first place. And another character that demonstrates this even better than Anton Chigurh is Yoshikage Kira from JoJo's Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. His whole deal is that he's a normal character. He's just a normal guy. And that's the whole conflict of his thing, is that he's just trying to live a normal life despite the fact he has these homicidal urges. He just has to kill people. And that's almost that's almost as mundane. It's just he has a weird thing where he has to kill people because otherwise he feels really bad. These are off center. Just God damn it. Just there we go. Much better. Yoshikage and Anton Chigurh are some of my favorite antagonists in a story of all time, and neither of them enjoy killing. It's not like they get up in the morning and they're just like, ooh boy, I'm excited to kill a person today. That's not what either of them are thinking at any given time. It's a lot closer to just, they have to, either because of some weird urge they have, or they have that person that they're going to kill is in their way. Regardless, the intention is never like pleasure. They're never like excited for it. And that makes them a lot more interesting than a lot of other one-note villains that like killing people. Like they actively take joy from taking another person's life. And I'm not saying those people don't exist. It's just, it's not necessarily as normal. It feels larger than life. And because Yoshikage and Anton are so grounded, that makes them scarier to me. It makes them more interesting to me. I think part of it is that we come across strangers every day. And, nobody really knows what's going on with those people until you know them, right? It's the whole deal where it's like, this person could be a risk until I know them. So they're scary because I don't know them. If you guys have seen the movie Creep, the whole thing there is that the guy pretends to be annoying. He's just your neighbor, he's just your buddy. He's just trying to do something. Maybe he's filming a video, but he ends up being kind of a bad actor. Not in that sense. That's my sense. I don't mean in my sense. I mean in like. It's a lot scarier, not just to think that, like, it's not just more interesting, it's also scarier that a normal person can do something atrocious, because you come across atrocious people every day. And who knows what they think is mundane? Who knows what they care about? And who knows if one of those things includes people, includes you? You don't know. You met this guy on the bus, and now he's saying that he needs help, getting to his car. He wants you to walk him to his car. That's pretty suspicious. That's pretty odd. Who knows what he's gonna do there? Ted Bundy, he put people in cars. Sorry, I got a yawn in the middle there. I guess the main point is to the writers. If you're writing a character, everything they do is mundane after like the first week of them doing it.
Anytime I get a new job, I'm pretty much adjusted to it immediately. And you can assume the same is for fictional characters as well.